Welcome to this week's Transformer review, where we're still doing Women's Month here on Cobra Island. This week we are looking at Chromia, one of the RC sisters from the Revenge of the Fallen movie. Now, before we get to Chromia, I'd like to do my weekly shout-outs, starting with Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, Virginia, where you can get all your forms of video game entertainment, from going all the way back as far as the Atari, for us old heads that grew up on it in the 80s, as well as the Nintendo, and all points in between, all the way up to current systems, which I'm not too familiar with them, but, you know, it is what it is. But you also can go to 115 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, Virginia, just right down the road, just not even a block down the road, and go to Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles, where you can get a whole bunch of toys and collectibles from there, and check them out because they're well worth the visit. I did a walkthrough video a few months back. You can go back to my archives and look at that, and see all the He-Man and G.I. Joe and Transformers and Ninja Turtle stuff they got, WWE stuff, as well as comics and Marvel, DC Universe stuff. You go ahead and check them out. Feel free to go ahead and look at them, and you get a whole bunch of collectibles like pictures from the Wizard of Oz and from your old favorite horror movies from in the 50s and whatnot. So go ahead and check them out. And if you got their comic book itch, go to Four Color Fantasies over at 80 Weems Lane and check them out, where you get Marvel, DC, IDW, Image, and all points in between, back issues and current titles. And check them out. I've got a bunch of comic books from there. Mainly G.I. Joe, but you know, it's worth the visit. And then after you leave there, you can go to if you need any kind of counseling in any form, shape, or form, and go to Healing Grace Counseling Services, which his proprietor is Robert C. Brown, who's a good friend of mine. He's very good with his counseling, and he does really good with his got really good sound advice and so forth and of the like. And also, if you're in the Winchester area and you need a bank to go to, check out and go and visit your closest Bank of Clark County. They're a very good bank. That's who I bank with, if like y'all really care. But I do bank with Bank of Clark County. Very good bank. They're very personable. You get your ATM card that day. So yeah, go ahead and check them out. They're very personal with you. They're very good. They keep all your stuff to yourself. You know, share your stuff personally, one-on-one, which is good for banking, in my opinion. So go ahead and check them out. And being that this is Women's Month, I'm going to do my monthly shout-out to all the women that on the front line in military, front line with medical services, front line with food services, whether they work in gas stations, supermarkets, Walmart, Target, all points in between. Y'all women are like the greatest. Even y'all stay-at-home moms, y'all home housemakers. Man, what would us guys do without y'all? Even though we hate to admit it, but that's a guy thing. But y'all women are really, really on point with all y'all that y'all do, helping to raise the kids, doing everything. Y'all on point. But let's go ahead and get to our subject of the week, Miss Chromia. And as you can see, she does transform into a Japanese-style bike. Nice little exhaust pipes right there. She can stand on her own, but she does have this stand that she comes with. We can put her in vehicle mode or robot mode. She don't really stand well in vehicle mode. But, you know, she does roll. Tires do spin. Very, very awesomely. Very nice plastic tires. Her foot is the back tire, to let y'all know. But I do like the blue, with the chrome, with the gray plastic. It does look like an awesome bike. But it does have a constant robot kibble right there with her arm sticking right out on the side. But it's still cool. You know, so let's go ahead and take a look at her in robot mode. Actually, I stand in my orthopedic shoes and I stand corrected. Her back tire is actually right there behind her head. Her front tire is her feet, so to speak. But this is her in her robot mode, sitting in her stand because she can't stand on her own. so she needs to stand. But that's all well and good. She does have this little shoulder piece right here, which goes on her shoulder or her left shoulder, and she has this little bladed weapon that could go right there under the exhaust fan, right underneath this. But this is a good look for Chromia. I kind of like this look. It's not the original G1 look, but it's still good. It's still a Chromia figure. If you want this, if you like the little mini bots, this one would be perfect. As well as the other three of RC and Alita 1, they'd be perfect. But I'm eventually going to get the cartoon accurate versions. But I couldn't pass up this little 3-pack for $45. But still a cool video. Let me show you with her battle gear on. Well, I can't get the shoulder piece on, but I do have the bladed weapon on. It does make her somewhat heavy on the side, heavy on the figure stand. But this is basically what you get. She's got great rate of movement in her arms because they're on a ball joint, both of them, and then she's got great wrist and twist articulation with the back tire, wiggly waggly with her head. But she's a very good looking figure. Great to have her in my collection. Add some female Transformers to the mix. But next week I have more of a cartoon G1 style figure next Sunday for y'all. But this has been Moon Racer. I will do her as a top tier figure. Or not Moon Racer, Chromia. I will do a video on Moon Racer next week. But I rate her as a top tier figure in this mode. So it's good to have little motorcycles up in the group.